Hey buddies, welcome to Amass Games. My name is Simon. Today I'm going to show you how to set up, play and review the game H.M.S. Dolores. This is a 10 to 20 minute card game by Bruno Feduti and Eric M. Lang. 2 to 4 players, as I mentioned, 20 odd minutes. It's a game whereby it's a bit like paper, scissors, stone or rock, paper, scissors, depending on where you live. And what you're trying to do is you are looking to basically get the best booty. You are going to take a number of cards each, so let's get some cards out in play. And just whilst I'm doing that, please ensure you hit the like button. That is, of course, both in YouTube and, of course, in Board Game Geek, if you happen to be on there as well. But by all means, please chuck in the comments in particular into Board Game, into YouTube in particular, as that's where I reply best. You're going to take 4 cards each, so you can take 4 cards each, 4 cards for your opponent. Then you're drawing 15 cards, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And you're going to take this Dawn card, and basically that's a trigger for the end of the game. And as soon as that card is revealed, then that ends the game. And immediately you're going to score to see who has the most points. So we're going to leave that as a draw stack, put them at the very bottom. And you're going to have various cards, maybe some messenger cards, which I might show you. And by all means, again, check out the comments and descriptions, like I said. And check out the playlist, how to set up, play and review. So you're going to lay these cards out. I've got some special cards here, but let's just talk about these ones in particular. At any moment, you're scoring your cards based on your highest and your lowest, and ties also help you. So at the minute my score is 3, the opponent over here is scoring 1 and 2, 3, and they've also some special cards as well. Well, let's not talk about the special cards, we'll come back to them. So you're going to have 2 more cards, and in this case my score is 3, that's a different one. So my highest and my highest is 3, my lowest is tied, so that's 1 and 1, so my score is 5. Their score is, that's also a 1, and that is also a 1. So the highest and lowest in the minute is the same, their score is also 5. And then you have 4 cards in the middle. So you're going to have these 2 cards here, you've got this card here, and you're going to think, well, do I want those cards? Well, maybe you do, because right now, if I can get, say, all of these cards, I've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's the highest card I have, so I won't be scoring this one anymore, because that's no longer going to be my highest, and it's not going to be my lowest, but I'll be scoring 7 points, 8, 9 points, because they're tied, remember? Over here, they're also going to be helped because they've already got one as well. And what you're doing is you're kind of doing paper, scissors, stone. You're going to do like this and making a decision. If you both say, look, let's agree to, say, for peace. If you both choose peace, you're basically going to take the 2 cards on your side of the sharing area. So you're going to have these cards like that pointing. So I'll take these, they'll take them, or however you wish to do it. And if you want to do something different, maybe you want to take all of these cards, then you're going to go to fight. And if they happen to say peace, then of course you've won. But if both players happen to go for fight, then all those cards are discarded. The 4th option out of 6 is to say, well, I'm going to go first pick, and if the other person goes peace, then you get to take one of those 4 cards, and the other person, and then you're going to also then take one of those cards that's on their side of their sharing area. So maybe if you really, maybe thinking that, well, I really want this card, or maybe if you want to say peace, then you really want one of these cards. The 5th option, the penultimate option, is to go for first pick, and then whilst the other person chooses, say, fight, so if you're doing like this, that's the 5th option. If you go first pick, while the other person is fight, you immediately take one of the 4 cards. The first pick goes first, and then the fight person takes the rest. So, of course, you'd take those. And lastly, if you both go for first pick, you're going to lose all the 4 cards, and you're going to lose one of your stacks as well, which, of course, that's not going to be good. That's actually how I happen to sort of win the game, because throughout most of the game, I think if you're in the lead, you're just going to go fight to maybe try and prevent your opponents from trying to catch up with your score. But if you lose on those stacks, that's where it gets tricky. As I said, as the game progresses, you are going to have more cards, so things are going to start to get more interesting. So at the moment I'm tied, get tied for highest and tied for lowest. That's 6 points, 3, 6, 7, 8. If I have this one, then it's going to be higher. So I've got 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the second highest, so it's not the lowest. So 6, 7, 8 again. I happen to get this one. I'm still here. 9, 10, 11. I think that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got this one. Well, that's now not the lowest anymore. That's the lowest. So it's 3, 6, 7, 8. So your score is going to keep on going up and down. I happen to get a score of 12. And let's talk about these special cards as well. So there's a few special cards, and you have, for example, the 2-handed trick. So during the sharing contest, you can extend 2 hands simultaneously instead of 1. So you're kind of like, ha, I'm doing this. You could have other cards such as this one here, which is the wager. During a sharing contest, you're opposing 2 other players. So normally you're playing with 1 person, and then if you're playing a 3-player, you're going to play in that direction. So you're going to have your own stack comparing this with somebody else's cards. And then individually, you're going to take those 4 cards, remember, 1, 2, 3, 4, that grid of 4, 2 by 2. And by attempting to see if they work as well. Yep, other different cards you can do. Just two more to show you as an example. There are a total of there's a total of 9 different ones here. So what this is doing is a lookout, as you can imagine. When the Dawn card is revealed, you may play this card if you wish to extend the game, and otherwise, basically that Dawn card no effect. And then let's say this guy, the Theft, or Theft, is a message card here. You take one good card from the player and add it to your personal area. So a few different things there. I think the game, I kind of give like a 5 out of 5 currently. It's nice and sweet, short game. Fun to play, yeah. Just keep an eye out, of course, when you wish to try and maintain the lead, or see if there's something there. Second guess what is the kind of card that they're after. So again, you'll find this in the how to set up, play and review playlist, amongst others. And again, keen to know your thoughts on what you think of this small box game, nice and easy to play, and that is HMS Dolores.